What's up, world? Welcome back to the Big City Gardener YouTube channel. I'm your host, Big City Gardener. And before we get started, I just want to thank you guys for being here. And if you don't mind, please go ahead, like, follow, comment on the video, tell a friend, so that we can get the views up and more people can see all this amazing information that I'm trying to give to the world. So today we are here to talk about Bokashi. I'm going to show you an easy way to set up a Bokashi composting system with nothing more than 2 5-gallon buckets, a brick, and a screw-on lid. Now, you can pick up these screw-on lids at your big box store, Lowe's or Home Depot, or whoever you have where you live. This lid attaches to the top of the bucket. This screws in to help create an airtight seal. So what is Bokashi composting? Bokashi composting is a way where you are able to compost a variety of things. Then you're actually able to compost with the traditional composting method. See, when you think about a traditional composting method like an open bin or a tumbler or anything like that, they always tell you don't put animal bones in there, don't put meat, don't put anything like that in your system. But with this Bokashi composting system, you're actually able to put almost anything you want in this system. Now, why is that? Well, with traditional composting, it works off the concept of decomposition, right? So things slowly break down, microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, they come in, they start the decomposition process. Then bigger things in the soil food chain help with that decomposition process. Well, that is different than Bokashi. Also, with traditional composting, it is an aerobic form of composting, meaning that you need lots of oxygen, you need lots of air, you need lots of water to help speed the decomposition process along. But with Bokashi, that's not the point. Bokashi uses something like this, okay? This is from a super dope company. I'll put the link down at the bottom of the video. This is from a company I rock with tough, okay? SD Microbes. This is Bokashi. It is a brand, okay? So it's alfalfa meal. People make it out of all sorts of things. But it is a grain that has been inoculated with a specific lactobacillus, okay? Now, lactobacillus or lab, if you've seen one of the other videos I've made, lab is something that helps with decomposition, okay? Right now, I'm just gonna get in and show you how you actually put together a Bokashi composting system and show you how easy it is. So, now, you can go and buy actual Bokashi composting systems, right? The same way that when it comes to, let's say, worms, for example, worm composting, you can go and buy a worm composting system or you can make your own. This right here is a DIY method to make your own Bokashi composting system. All you need, a couple of 5-gallon buckets. You need a drill. With a drill bit, doesn't matter, okay? You can use a spade bit, you can use just a regular old drill bit. You're going to need a lid because what we are trying to do here is to create an anaerobic environment. That is an environment that lacks access to oxygen, okay? So, let's get started and talk about how, or better yet, let me just show you how easy and simple it is to make your own Bokashi composting system. First off, you're gonna need 2 5-gallon buckets. Now, what do we do with these buckets? We're going to be stacking these buckets inside of each other, okay? Prior to putting one bucket inside of another bucket, what you're going to need to do is to put one hole in this bucket. Why is that? The materials that we are adding to this Bokashi bin, they're going to release liquids as they begin the fermentation process, okay? So we don't want the liquids to sit at the bottom of our bucket where we have our Bokashi composting materials. We want our liquid to find its way out. That is the purpose of putting a hole in the bucket. Next, you're gonna need bucket number 2. Let's go ahead and put the hole in this bucket. It doesn't matter which bucket you put the hole in, right? Because these are going to be nestled inside of each other. So pick one, put a hole inside. We're going to want to try to put the hole as low as possible, okay? That is to make sure that our liquid is able to drain out into the other bucket. So with the drill, with the spade bit, or with just a regular drill bit, we're just going to drill one hole right at the base of the bucket. Now, once we have our drain hole at the bottom of the bucket, we're ready for step 2. See, this is really a very easy composting system to set up, and that's one reason why I really love Bokashi Composting. For more information on what exactly Bokashi Composting is, check the next video out, okay? Or click the link down at the bottom and it'll take you right to the next video where I actually describe and tell you what Bokashi Composting is. So, back to it. Now that we have our drain hole, we're ready for step 2. Boom. We grab our other bucket and we grab a brick, a block, something that will help elevate our bucket off the base of the bucket. Why is that? Okay. If I just set this bucket inside of this other bucket, as the liquid drains, it has the potential to run back into the bucket. Adding this brick to the bottom helps raise our bucket off of the bottom of the, it helps raise our Bokashi main bucket where we're putting our waste in. It helps raise it off the bottom of the bucket that we are nestling it in. That way you are able to capture that much more liquid. And don't throw that liquid out. I'll tell you what you can do with that liquid later on. Cool. So here we go. We have our bucket. We have a brick down at the bottom, and we have our other bucket. Now it's as simple as putting this bucket, sitting it on top of the brick. Next, we're going to take our lid and we're going to attach it to the bucket. So this first piece, you'll see it has an O-ring in here. That's to create a watertight seal. We simply attach it to the top of the bucket by pushing it down. See? That's it. You can drop it back in. Now, boom, just like this. We have a screw top Bokashi bucket composting system. It's that simple. So to run down the cost, I think this lid costs $7 and I think the buckets are $3 or $4 each. And that's it. So what is that? For $15 or less? Yeah, for $15 or less, you're able to set up an amazing composting system. So that's it. That's how you make, or that's how you set up your very own, your very first Bokashi composting system. You found this informative, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, tell a friend. I appreciate it. That's all for now. Thank you for tuning in to the Big City Gardener YouTube channel. Y'all have a great day.